Hi guys, it's Morgan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the first book in the Book of the Air trilogy, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Now if you don't know what the book's about, it's about Jude, who was 7 years old when her parents were murdered, which caused her and her sisters to be taken to live at the High Court of Fairy. 10 years later, Jude wants nothing more than to belong at the High Court, but many of the Fae despise humans, including Prince Cardan, who's the youngest and wickedest son of the High King. In order to win a place at court, Jude must defy Prince Cardan and face the consequences. Now, if you haven't read the book, there will be spoilers in this review, so stop watching if you don't want to be spoiled. With that said, here's my review of the first book in the Folk of the Air trilogy, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Even though I knew it was going to happen, it was still really sad when Jude and her sisters saw their parents get murdered. But it also made me wonder about Jude's mom's past, since Maddox, who killed them, is Jude's sister Vivi's biological father. So that means that their mom had a past with the Fae. I know that Maddox took care of Jude and Taryn even though they weren't his daughters, but it was still surprising to me that Jude loved him, considering he killed her parents in front of her. So loving him seems like an impossible thing to do, and I wouldn't be able to do it if I was Jude. I didn't blame Vivi for wanting to move back to the mortal world and live with her girlfriend Heather. Since she's the oldest, she has more memories of living in the mortal world, unlike Jude and Taryn, since living with the Fae is all they know. And out of the three of them, Vivi dislikes living with the Fae the most. I loved seeing Jude stand up to Cardan when he tried to make her beg for his forgiveness. He deserved what she said to him, but I was also curious about Locke, since he was one of Cardan's friends and has helped Cardan, but he didn't seem to be as horrible as Cardan. But by the end of the book, I did not like Locke. When Jude was told that the prince was asking for her, I, along with Jude, thought that it was Cardan, so I was surprised when it turned out to be Dane. And even though Dane seemed better than Cardan, I was still worried about what would happen when Jude swore herself into Dane's service. Especially when Dane said that no one would be able to control her except for him. I didn't like the part when Jude ate the apple that made her do whatever Cardan and his friends said, so I was glad that Locke helped her, but it was also annoying that it took him a while before he did anything. It would have been better if he did something before anything had happened. And I knew that something was going to happen between Jude and Cardan, but at that moment, I was kind of hoping that Jude would get revenge on Cardan. Even though I was wondering if something bad would happen because of Jude joining the Court of Shadows, I did like the other members, the Roach, the Bomb, and the Ghost. And since Jude got training from them and also from Maddox, she seemed pretty prepared for anything. The fact that Dane made Jude stab her own hand was very extreme, and it obviously made Jude trust him less than she did before, but it also meant that Dane trusted Jude less, and since Jude was a part of Dane's court, him not trusting her would be a big problem. I, along with Jude, was surprised when Maddox gave Jude the sword and told her that it was forged by Jude's father, since before that I thought Jude's mother and father didn't meet until after Jude's mother left Fairy. So the fact that they met while they were both in Fairy was something I was not expecting. I suspected that something was going to happen at Dane's coronation and that Maddox would be involved, but I still understood why Jude was surprised when Maddox killed Dane, since Maddox was friends with Dane and campaigned with him. But clearly, that did not stop him. I didn't blame Jude for feeling betrayed by Taryn when it was revealed that Locke was Taryn's mysterious suitor, since it seemed that Locke wanted to be with Jude, and it was also surprising because it seemed that Taryn cared about Jude, but clearly not enough since she would do something like this. It was a really big twist when it was revealed that Oak was Dane's son and that Oriana was protecting him, but now Oak was in danger because he was the key to the throne, and Jude realized that Maddox wanted to put Oak on the throne so that Maddox would rule. And since Oriana asked Jude to try and stop it, I was wondering what she would do to help Oak. I thought that Jude was going to have Cardan crown Oak and they were going to keep Oak safe until he was old enough to rule. So it was a twist when they had Oak crown Cardan, but it also made sense since they would need someone on the throne until Oak was old enough. But Cardan was clearly angry that Jude tricked him, and since he promised Jude that he would obey her for a year and a day, it will be interesting to see what he'll do when that time's up. Thanks for watching, guys! Now, if you read the book, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I read this book and the sequel, The Wicked King, for the Gilmore Girls readathon, so if you want to see my review for The Wicked King or any of my other future videos, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!